Hey friends, welcome to practice. This is going to be another 30-ish minute feel good, embodied, stretchy, mellow flow and stretch. I recommend having some comfy clothes on, some music, a candle, anything to really set aside this space and this time to connect with you, to connect with your body and your breath and your mind and your spirit, and just take a little 30-minute check-in and a moving and grooving and a floating of energy that will hopefully help you feel better. As always, please like this video, subscribe before you forget, and share it with others. I also have a Venmo link listed below if you'd like to donate. That would be amazing, but I'm happy you're here either way. This class is actually something that my husband walked me through one time. I was kind of just following what felt good in his body. We do a Sunday night yoga routine, which is really fun. And I thought it felt really good, so I thought I would make a class out of it. So this is inspired by Tim. We're gonna get started in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And make it a really gentle one. We don't need to really max out our range of motion in this. Bring the soles of your feet together and then let your knees splay out wide. If you'd like, you can use a prop underneath each knee for support. Place your hands on your shins or ankles. Pull your hands into your legs to roll your shoulders on your back body and sit up tall. And then close your eyes down. Spend some time arriving here. Maybe first noticing whatever comes up, if it's paying attention to your breath or to your body or to the chatter in your mind or to an emotional state. Just be here with what is without acting on it or changing it. This yoga practice really is a gift in how it allows us to be in the pause, be in the gap, center and calm ourselves in the in-between space. The in-between of one breath and the next, or one pose and the next, which would be the transition phase. And then the hope is that this allowance of pause would then pour out into our lives and into our relationships, which has been an absolute game changer in our relationship. And we've been working through conflict with ourselves and conflict with some loved ones, helping them walk through it. And I wanted to share this quote by Mark Nepo, 7,000 Ways to Listen. And he says, every time we speak, and I would say every time we act as well, we have to discern, are we speaking honestly or just barking from our wall into all we are afraid of? And every time we receive, are we actually hearing the truth of another, or are we preparing the next argument like a brick to strengthen our wall? The courage to be begins with the risk to let that instant of unknowing grow between what is said to us and our reflex to ready our response. And if that isn't the way that arguments escalate, then I don't know what is. So we're already building up our defenses and our arguments and our proof against the other instead of allowing more space to receive their response, and then to then act calmly and lovingly and accordingly and honestly as well. So hold on to that today for your practice if you'd like something to think about. Go ahead and open your eyes. Walk your feet out. So we're in our bear sit. Kneecaps are pointing up to the sky. Sit bones ground down, place your hands on your shins, inhale, open up into a cow pose, arching your back, dropping your head back maybe. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, round through the back body, curl in. Inhale, open up to cow. Exhale, round and compress to cat. If you'd like to stay in the center here, you can, or as always, this is a nice first pose of exploration, so just wiggling around, finding those little nooks and crannies that your body craves an expansion of breath and space, breathing into your skin, maybe shifting to the other side. It doesn't need to look a certain way, it doesn't need to have a certain name. Finish up here with 3 more breaths. Inhales to open. And exhales to bring everything back into center. Open your mouth on your last exhale, let that go, and then stretch your legs long in front of you. Reach your right fingertips over to the right side, ground down through your left sit bone, and then inhale, stretch your left fingertips high. Exhale, side bend, reach it over to the right. Good, inhale through center. Both arms high. Exhale, left fingertips out to the side as an extension out from your left hip. Breathe in to lengthen through the right side body. Stretch high through your right fingertips. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale back through center, both arms high. Exhale, right hand plants. Bend your left knee. Inhale, press up through your left foot and your right heel, hips and heart up to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Left leg extends. Right knee bends in, left hand out to the side. Inhale, stretch long through your right fingertips. And then exhale, push down into your feet and your left hand. Drive your hips and heart up to the sky. Good, lower back down. And we'll lower onto our backs together. Bring your feet out wide and your knees in the center to touch. And then just take a little windshield wiper of your legs side to side, dropping both over to the right and then both over to the left. Just finding a gentle sway and rocking through the low back and some gliding through the rotation of your hips. One more on each side. As you move through center, extend your left heel long and straight. Hug your right knee into your body. And then draw your right knee over to the left. Find a supine twist. Both shoulder blades are grounded. Right arm extends out to the side. And then your right knee can kind of hover in space, or you could place a block or bolster underneath. Maybe circle out your right ankle here in one direction, and then the other. One more breath to grow long from your left heel through the crown of the head and also out through your right fingertips. Find some length. Exhale, roll through center, switch it out. Extend your right leg, pull your left knee into your body, and then draw it over to the right. Extend your left arm out, ground down through your shoulder blades, and then your left knee lands where it lands. You can hold it in place with your right hand and take some circles out through your left ankle in one direction and then the opposite. One more breath to stretch long, long, long through your skin, through the edges of your body. And exhale, roll through center. Gently come into tabletop. So you can just roll all the way over and kind of face the back of your mat, or you could sit and face the front of your mat. From tabletop, tuck your toes, sit your hips back towards your heels. Find an active child's pose. Fingertips are walking forward and your heart is melting down towards the mat. As you inhale, tuck your pubic bone up towards your navel, around through the back body as you stretch forward into an extended tabletop. And from here, we're gonna keep our hips lowering down towards our thumbs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. So thighs and maybe pelvis even, and maybe belly even is lowered down towards the mat. Elbows are pointing back behind you. Inhale, lift up through your heart, but stay long through the back of your throat. And exhale, tuck your toes, press through your palms all the way back, active child's pose. We'll take a few rounds with our breath. Inhale, roll forward through cat pose. Exhale, untuck your toes, lower your thighs and your pelvis to the mat. Inhale, pull your hands energetically back as you thread your heart forward into cobra. And exhale, tuck your toes, press through your palms, active child's pose. Inhale to ripple forward. Exhale, lower your front body onto the mat. Inhale, lift up through your heart, engage your back body. And exhale, tuck your toes, glide back, active child's. 2 more rounds of this with your own breath, without my cueing. Move at a pace that feels good. Once you get to active child's pose, we will all roll forward one more time into cobra. Bhujangasana. Whatever bend in your elbows you need, take it. Also walk your feet out wider if you need, just for more space through the back of the pelvis and the low back. And from here, we're gonna slide our shoulders side to side, creating almost a figure 8 or an infinity shape with our upper body. Notice how this rolling, rocking movement makes its way down your spine into your pelvis, maybe lifting one hip bone a little bit off the mat at a time. Go as fast or slow as you want. You can walk your hands out further, tenting up onto the fingertips, maybe dropping one elbow or shoulder and then the other. And then experiment with leading with your head instead of your shoulder. So pick a point on your face, maybe your nose, and create those nice figure 8 shapes here. A couple more breaths just to explore in your cobra pose, whatever that means for you. Eventually, press down through your palms, glide your way back to an active child's pose. Stay tucked on your toes, and then come to kneeling. Shoulders are stacked over top of hips. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, side bend to the right. Maybe your hand finds a block. Maybe it finds the mat. Really find that length from your right hip crease, or left hip crease, all the way through the side body, through the left pinky finger. Couple breaths. Exhale through center, both arms high. And switch it out. Left fingertips find something to ground onto. The right sit bone stays glued onto your right heel, and then stretch through your right hand. Good, come back through center. Walk your hands forward. Press down through the index and thumb side of your hand. Glide your hips back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. First time visiting this shape, and really only time, so let it be what it is. Bend your knees, explore, feel good here. It's not going to be the jumping off point for anything else, so just be in the shape as it is. Whether that means stillness or wiggling around. Maybe coming up onto the balls of your feet and then melting your heels down. Dropping one knee towards the center of the mat, finding a side stretch, and then switching it out. Drop your other knee down. Pulse your heart back towards the tops of your thighs. Really ground down through your thumb and your pinky finger. And see how this opens the armpits and the lats and the shoulders and the chest. And we'll take 3 little baby spinal rolls. So on an inhale, round through the back body, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, bend your knees, glide your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, glide back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, unfurl into your downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth. Let it go. Drop your knees to the mat. Tabletop. And we're gonna find, he's been obsessed, my husband has, with pelvic dissociation. So in this tabletop exploration, see if you can just lead from your pelvis, kind of rocking your hips side to side. Again, I like to take that figure 8 infinity shape. Just pick a point on your body, lead from that point, explore and see where it takes you. Great option is to close your eyes, to listen to the music and move with the beat of the music. Just know that if I guide you in a certain way, but your body wants to do something else, please do. Allowing for improvisation. Finish up 3 more breaths. Stay here as long as you want though, but if you're ready for it, we're gonna walk our hands towards the back of the mat and find a forward fold Uttanasana. Knees are heavily, generously bent. Crown of the head hangs heavy, and then shake out your head, yes and no. I'm gonna move through a few rounds of circle chair. Push down through your feet. Inhale to rise one segment of your spine, stacking at a time. Pelvis, low back, middle back, upper back and shoulders, and then your neck and your head are the last to unfurl. On an exhale, hinge at your hips, draw them back into the space behind you and reach your heart forward as you fold back down. Let your arms be heavy and just go along for the ride. Inhale, come to stand, undulating through your spine. Exhale, hinge back at your hips. Roll forward through your heart into Uttanasana. Close your eyes. A few more of these with your own breath at your own pace. Remember, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It matters what it feels like. Check in. Are you here in your body with your breath? Or is your mind elsewhere? Really letting yourself simmer into and savor this place of pause between real life or real life demands before this and the demands after that can wait. Enjoy the pause and let it make you a healthier person. One more fold down. Inhale, come to rise. This time, sweep your arms overhead at the top of the breath. Right hand captures left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Take a little bend into your left knee. Gaze up under your left elbow. Inhale through center. Left hand captures right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. A little bend of your right knee. Gaze up under right elbow. Inhale through center. Exhale, active twist to the right. Left hand reaches forward. Right hand reaches back. Draw right hip forward so the twist comes from above your navel. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, both arms high. Find some backstroke movements through your arms. So as your right hand sweeps in the space behind you, maybe your left shoulder and your left hip roll forward. And then let that just seamlessly move into the other side. So left arm up and back, right shoulder and hip forward. Flowing from one side to the next. Maybe you bend your knees into it. Good, come back through center. Both arms reach high and then hold on to opposite elbows. Take a little wider of a stance, bend into your knees. Circle your right elbow over to the right as we fold down through center, over to the left, and then your right elbow is going to lead the way back up to standing. So big giant around the world circles. Drop to the right and then down. Swing over to the left and stand up. Let's do one more this direction. And then switch it out. Left elbow drops down. Fold your upper body over your lower body. Crown of the head hangs through center. Swing to the right. Then left elbow leads the way back up to standing. Two more. Finish up your last round. Inhale, reach your hands into the space behind you. Engage your glutes to press your hips and your heart forward. Exhale, come to stand, hands at heart center. Close your eyes down. And just be here with your breath, letting it calm and center you back into this space for just a few more moments. Let's take one more breath together. Empty the air from your lungs. Inhale, fill up. All the way to the top, hold briefly. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Maybe your hands come to your heart or to your third eye. Just take a little bow to the practice, just for gratitude to be here and acknowledgement of others joining us in this space. Gently open your eyes. Do what you need to do to go about your day, or to sit in a meditation or some breath work, whatever feels best for you right now. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you so much for pausing with me just for, 25-30 minutes. I hope you feel centered and refreshed and good in your body as well, and expansive through your breath. Those are all good things. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.